The time has come to review all the sets from the year 2014, the Knight set by Playmobil. This is Playmobello, and this is a Falcon Hawk Knight Castle. This is set number 6001. I paid $210. I believe it was straight from the Playmobil website. It's a pretty large castle, not as large as the Royal Lion Knights, but it's a very substantial castle. It only comes with 3 characters. It has a knight, a crossbowman here on the corner, and a king. If you see the animation, he's the king of the Hawk Knights. Catapult does not come with the castle, so I'm going to remove it. This is a part of an add-on that I was just using. Right here you can see I have a cannon, and I'm going to point that cannon right straight at the door. Boom! So your door, as you can see, the main door of the castle is destructible. You can use either awesome cannon or a catapult or even a horseman to bring down the front door of the castle. Boom! The cannon is very effective, very easy to bring it down because it's very easy to aim, and it's powerful because these balls are heavy. Bam! First try and it's down. The boulder is very effective. There's a pretty large boulder and it's heavy. But the problem with that, you gotta have the precise force to reach the precise distance and height to reach the spot on that door. It doesn't have to be that way. You can ride with a horseman. You're hitting the door several times with your axe, with your horse, just kicking with the horse until finally it gives in. I want to compare the Hawk Castle with the Royal Lion Knights. Look at the difference in size. It's pretty massive on the Royal Lion Knights on this side here versus the Hawk Castle. The design is very different as well. One is very round with round towers. Look at that. And then the Royal Lion Knights is pretty massive in size. So let's compare the Novamoor Castle, which is a very large castle, with the Royal Lion's Castle. If you look at it, not just the inside has a cool tower in here, a nice watchtower on the side. Every angle you look from this castle here, it looks pretty cool and well designed. The same thing is just not just a square. It has a cool watchtower, it has some nice defenses. If you look at the size, I would say they're pretty much the same, just different designs. It's up to you there to make your own decision, but that's what I see when I look at them both together. And this is what it looks like when you have all the characters that I reviewed so far from the other 2 sets put together, populating the castle. It makes the castle look a lot better, because you see knights everywhere, positioned in every tower, in every walkway, right here with the catapult in the back. Here's a top view with all the characters in there. There are 6 more knights, Hawk Knights, that I still have to review. There's the Great Kitty. It's the Great Kitty of the cats of the castle. Right here at the entrance of the castle, you have 2 awesome torches. You have here the good old arrow spots for you to shoot out enemies that are trying to invade the castle. There's one on each side, as well as in the back. Attack anyone from behind the castle. If you go all the way around, this is the other side of the round front tower. There is a shield here representing. I just wish Playmobil had given us another flag to go right there at the very top of that tower. With all honesty, Playmobil does include the hole here for a flag. It's right there. And the knight does come with this little flag, which is also a pole for tournaments. Put the flag in the hole. It's not much of a big, large flag, but it does work. So right here on this side of the tower, I put a cannon. It shoots like a big cannonball. And then if you look at this tower here, there's a big hole. And that hole, like I mentioned before, can take these awesome looking catapults that you can buy. Comes with little boulders. You shoot them towards any enemy approaching your castle. The same hole exists in this little square tower and on this other tower on the other side. So imagine if you buy 3 of those awesome catapults, you can place your cannon on each of the main towers or in the bottom tower here. Let's see how good this cannon really is. It did not break the door, so it's not that strong. Let's reload and try again. There you go. Second hit definitely brings it down, and now you can invade your castle using nothing but a cannon. This castle has a awesome looking contraption here that brings down the whole door. If you push this lever, the whole door comes down. Watch it, and the whole door. To bring it back in, you just move this wheel here. As you push, the whole castle door comes back up. And then we have this side here. Now this is something very strange. You get this little door handle that you're supposed to put on this wall on the outside, but it doesn't open anything. So if anyone knows what that's supposed to be, let me know. There's no use. Now here on the back, you have this other lever, and this finally does actually do something. So there's a cellar in here, and you can access just to play with by pushing this huge wall open. Now you can play this as a secret wall, and you open, you have a major heavy knight just waiting for you. So if you're wondering, this is how it looks inside. There's a little weapon hat in there. It has a bunch of slots for you to put swords or maces or spears. That's the door of the cellar. It has a little lock so you don't let people out once they're locked in there like a prisoner. You can also make it a stable for horses if the cell is not occupied. And then if you look at the top here, there is also a lever. If you have any Playmobil castles, you know what the lever does. You pull the lever and the character falls in all the way down into the prison cellar. Now he is a prisoner and he cannot get out unless the king releases him. There's also a ladder here that takes you up to the 3rd floor, and if you look here, there's a little hatch door. You open it up, the ladder comes from the bottom. Look at that guy, he's climbing up the ladder. He's reaching the top of the highest tower of this castle. So once a knight reaches the highest tower, he can just wave to all the other knights from up there. There's also this cage. You basically have a little rope. Because of all the pressure points off this lever here, the cage stays wherever you leave at. The great knights, they're all pointing their spears. The queen of the Royal Lion Knights, she just got captured. In she goes. She is now inside the little cage, and now you just pull on this rope and lift the cage. This rope also has a black little piece here in the middle of the rope. They try to climb up and rescue the princess, but maybe he's not smart enough. He just swings and swings and he goes into the tower. He sees this awesome lever. He thinks the lever is what opens the gate on the other side, like but there he goes and he falls into the trap. You can move the pole out from the outside of the castle, hanging over the castle wall. So now you can lower on the outside of the castle to plan an escape or load something from the outside of the castle. And once you're done, you just bring it back. And what's really cool about this contraption is that it's removable. Once you remove it, you can put in any part of this castle or in any Playmobil castle. Another thing you can do is the ladder that comes inside here can also be used to invade the castle, to bring them up here and they can start climbing onto the 2nd floor. Let's say the enemy is climbing the stairway, they breach through the front gate. The ladder closes and now you cannot reach up there anymore. Not just that, but if the king bends over a little bit to this lever here, he can push up a secret door. If you look back here, there is nothing, no entryway. There is the door, a handle that doesn't do anything. And on this side here, it's just a tiny little room. But the cool thing about that is that it fits a treasure chest. Or who knows, maybe it hides the king. Those who betrayed the kingdom of the Hawks. Bury someone alive behind the wall. You just put them in there to rot forever without a window. And whenever the day comes for them to unseal that door, all they find is the skeleton remains. There's 2 little steps here to reach the top. Playmobil made sure you have all the proper steps. And this is a top view of all the walkways you have. It's beautifully completed for this castle. Overall, this castle is definitely a favorite. It's compact. It has a beautiful design. One of the best designs that I have seen. Box! So this is the front of the box. It has the beautiful castle. This is the back of the box with all the accessories that comes with. All the accessories you get with set 6001. Big ladder, pole arm, another one that has an axe blade on the end of it. A cool little tournament flag. 2 shields, one goes on the front of the castle. Don't forget, 2 arm plates, an awesome helmet. This is my favorite kind of helmet. There's a horse, a armor for the horse, the front and the back of it. 3 characters characters, a large knight shield, bowman's helmet, king's crown, a large awesome looking sword, holster for the sword, it goes on the back, connects to the cape of the king right here, 2 torches, another spear, 2 gloves that goes with this guy here, a cannon with 2 projectiles. They are very unique looking. Once you remove their armors and accessories, you finally see how they really were designed. This guy looks really cool with cloth on his shoulders and on his neck. Some cool looking boots and gloves. So once you have the whole set here, he looks pretty awesome. The king, if you don't put the crown on his head, he doesn't have to be a king. He can just be a knight of some sort, but he is a king and he has a little protrusion here. Put this on his back and now he carries the sword without wearing a cape. And here is the heavy knight. He comes with a permanent chest plate, plated leggings with shoes and boots. All the accessories to add up and make him an awesome looking knight. That's the accessories that he deserves to have. The large shield that you wear in a horse. Look at how armored and perfect this knight looks. And this is what we have so far. All 3 awesome knights, all armored to the teeth, ready for battle. They look absolutely awesome. These are the best characters from the whole Hawk Knight sets for sure. And here are all the characters you get from all the sets that I reviewed so far. It's a total of 7 awesome Hawk Knights, plus the farmer that isn't really a knight, but if you have some extra shields and swords, maybe you can kind of give him some stuff. Here are the backs of the characters. This guy is really awesome because he has a cape and 2 swords. And just to compare, I got all the characters we should have so far based on all the reviews I have done for this series. All the Royal Knights, the little skeleton, which is an odd character, and the farmer, both odd characters I put right in the middle. And this is what we have for Hawk Knights so far. You can also just take over a castle. Let's say you like the Royal Lion Knights a lot better than the Hawk Knights. So you just change the coat of arms, the shield in the front, and put your characters inside. And now this is also a Royal Lion Knights castle. Oh yeah, let's not forget the dragon. The dragon is also a character. This is the Great Kitty Squishums. If you were to have a great beast with your castle, that's what it will look like. This is as big as a castle.